Hello there everyone, and how's it going? This is your girl Deanna Cairns and welcome to another chapter of Trapped in the Closet Part 3. Let's get right into it, shall we? Here it goes. Well, here we are, the four of us, in total shock, me and her. I closed my mouth, and swallowed spit, as I'm thinking to myself, this is some deep shit. Ooh, then I said, so you're gonna me? Ooh, he's the one you've been talking to? Ooh, he says, yes. I says, no. He says, yes. I says, no. He says, it's the truth. Ooh, I yell, all of your ass is crazy. Ooh, let me up out this door. Ooh, because this is way more ooh than I bargained for. And then she says, wait, I'm sure we can all fix this. And then I said, I'm late plus I ain't got a damn thing to do with this. And then she said, but wouldn't you like to know how it all began? Then I thought to myself and said, quick, you got 3 minutes. And then it got real quiet. I said, somebody start talking. Then she said, my God, Rufus, I've got just one question. Ooh, how could you do something like this? Ooh, I'm so hurt. Ooh, then he looked at her and said, bitch, please, you've got your nerve. With all your club hopping, lying, saying you was shopping, and now here you are in our home, and you're calling me wrong. Ooh, she said, okay, you busted me. Ooh, and that much I agree. Ooh, you've caught me cheating. Ooh, but this is a little extreme. Ooh, he said, you are my wife. Ooh, sleeping behind my back. Ooh, and now I come home and you got him in the closet. Ooh, how extreme is that? Ooh, she says, but she's a he. Ooh, then he said, please, you can't judge me. Ooh, she says, Rufus, this is crazy. Ooh, then I said, stop arguing. I did not stay here to hear y'all chew each other out, so get to the point, or I swear, I'm out. Excuse me, please, but I think I can explain what's going on in here. My name is Chuck, and I've been knowing Rufus about a year, and day and night creeping around with him has been a living hell. Sneaking in and out of hotels. I said, brother, spare me in the detail. Ooh, the Rufus said, Chuck, please. Ooh, don't say nothing else. Ooh, then she screams, Rufus, you son of a bitch. Ooh, and he says, Kathy, go to hell. I said, I thought your name was Mary. It's what you said at the party. Man, this is getting scary. I'm gonna shoot somebody. Ooh, then Rufus start yelling and screaming. Ooh, saying, Kathy, this is all your fault. Ooh, she throws a pillow at him and says, you was creeping too. Ooh, the only difference is you didn't get caught. Ooh, Chuck screamed out, we're in love. Kathy says, love my ass. Rufus said they are getting married. Then I shoot one in the air. Then I say, not another one of you sons of bitches say a word, cause all this shit I'm going through is unheard. Grabbed my cellular, saying, this is so wrong, call up my home, and a man picks up the phone.